Hi, everyone, and welcome to our latest installment of the Southern California Newsmaker series. We decided early in the pandemic to try to make the best of this situation. We could embrace technology and see what it could do for us, maybe bring some fun and interesting events to our readers. And this is another opportunity for us to do that. And we're really excited to have Common Kings with us tonight. We've ventured into the sports world and will again soon with a series previewing the resumption of the NBA season and the beginning of the baseball and the NFL seasons. And tomorrow we have a great event with author Peter Houlihan, whose book Norco 80 we serialized in our pages. It's the true crime story. And he's going to be discussing that tomorrow night with our Peter Larson. Tonight, however, we have our first musicians, and I think this is going to be a good one. I don't know about you, but I love live music. And I dreaded each cancellation notice I got for shows that I was planning to go to over the past few months. It kind of killed me each time that I got one of those. And I know our host tonight, who had to write about all of those cancellations, really felt the pain. She definitely knows what I'm talking about and then some. Her life revolves around covering music in Southern California, from huge festivals such as Coachella to the intimate club shows we only wish we could attend. She covered Paul McCartney at Pappy and Harriet's. She spent her 33rd birthday backstage with Aretha Franklin and some Pink's hot dogs. And in January, she barbecued with Dave Grohl. We'll ignore for a moment that she didn't invite her senior editor, a huge Foo Fighters fan, to join her for that one.
Or us.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to introduce you all to Orange County Register and Southern California News Group senior entertainment reporter, Kelli Fadroski, the reporter whose job I want when I grow up, and our host for tonight.
Kelli. Thank you very much, Todd. That was great. And pink hot dogs with Aretha Franklin is a great memory. But I'm hoping this will be a great one too. This is my my very first time on Zoom talking to some artists, and I'm so excited to be talking to the Common Kings here tonight. Orange County's own Grammy-nominated Common Kings. That's you guys. You know, yeah, we're missing somebody who's setting up some drums apparently.
Yes, big Rome.
Big Rome.
He's way over here.
Yeah, but we've got Junior King, we've got Matta, and we've got Uncle Louie here. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for this.
Thank you for having us. Thanks for having us.
Hey, no problem. I mean, because of COVID, we've all been social distancing. We're staying at home, so there's been a lot of virtual concerts. But are you guys excited to have the opportunity to play in front of a live audience via the Drive-In OC series in the parking lot of City National Grove of Anaheim this Friday and Saturday? You guys stoked that you're going to play a live show?
Yes. At this point, yeah.
It could have been just all dogs. You know, we were so excited. We are very excited. I'm not sure about the same, but he's really excited. We're all super excited. Yeah. I mean, we've been cooped up. You know, we've been in the studio. We've been, you know, between home and the studio, we haven't had an outlet. And, you know, like we normally do, we'd be on tour by now. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're definitely excited for this one.
Well, and have you guys ever been to a drive-in before, like a drive-in movie? This experience is pretty cool.
I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, we've definitely been into a drive-in movie,
a long time ago.
Nothing ever any of us, you know. So this is definitely
might be the new norm.
An interesting first time, but I think it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I also love the merchandise that you guys have for sale for this show on Friday and Saturday. The T-shirt with the masks. You kind of look like the Brady Bunch style with your masks on and the squares. Very cool.
Mine had Care Bears.
Well, and I know some of you guys had said that you had checked out the show with Andrew McMahon. Drive-In OC is a series that just kicked off last weekend at City National Grove of Anaheim. You guys kind of checked that out. What were your thoughts on the drive-in concert experience? What were some of the things that you saw that you can't wait to have when you're up there on the stage?
You know what? It was different, you know, obviously, because everybody's, you know, not rushing the stage or anything like that. But it seemed like a really good time, like a big tailgate party. They allow you to be outside your vehicle So a lot of people brought, fold-up chairs. A lot of people were sitting on top of their cars.
Yeah.
And they had people bringing out food to you, to make sure everybody was social distancing and doing what, what the governor's asking us to do. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was totally cool. And like I said, it was like a big tailgate party, and it looked like people were having a great time.
Well, and you can order merch too to your car. So
Oh, yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like lining up in a merch line, like you can order it straight to your like little square, which is pretty cool.
Oh man,
There you go, Kelly. You
I hope
said
people
it.
don't get used to that. Then we have like real concerts.
Right?
We're trying to find you through the crowd, like us.
Like Kelly said, don't forget about your merch.
Support the band, buy the merch, right?
Right. JR's got a few
check it
more
out.
of these to model while we're doing these, while we're having this.
Wardrobe change.
Nice. Well, and it was the one strange thing was hearing the honks of the horn instead of the clapping. That was so weird, but it was so cool because it was so loud. It made it sound huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Between the honking and the clapping.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think everybody's gonna have a great time.
Let's tell people a little bit about Common Kings and about yourselves, how you guys got started, how and when did you guys meet, and what was it like kind of when you guys started as a band?
Well, first band name was the Four Stooges. No, I was kidding.
Well,
We started Common Kings about what, 9 years ago?
yeah,
Yeah.
we started Common Kings about 2011.
But we all met in college.
Yeah, I was in college with them.
True.
Some was some were professors and TAs, some were students. But yeah,
Now we all met at my house at a barbecue in Newport Beach at the time, and we all just jammed, and from there we
just became like the best cover band
just
that we
became
could. Orange County.
yeah.
Did all these like
We did the whole college circuit too. And then people were like, dude, you guys are dope. We had a good little fan base.
All these battle
and then
of
we
the
just started
bands.
writing our own songs.
Yeah, well, what was it like for you guys to like once you started to book shows in this area, build up a following, and get the studio time to be able to go in and record and release, a couple of EPs, because you did that pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I think the response was pretty amazing. I think it didn't really hit us until we sold out our first 2 shows at the observatory. And I think that was, from then on, it was like, oh, wow. And then the next show in Orange County, we sold out. And then just every show after that was all sold out. And so it was just,
House of Blues.
we had crazy support. And it spilled over from Hawaii, because that's where we got our start, and they kind of put us on the map. Our very first show as Common Kings was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We opened up for Taurus Riley. And that was an amazing show.
Yeah, you guys have gotten to play with some pretty big reggae artists. What's it been like to play with the artists, that came before you? And I mean, you guys have played with they came before them. We're talking generations of reggae that you guys have gotten the opportunity to meet and rub elbows with. What's that like to be able to meet people like that? I'm sure that you love their music and followed their music as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you said, getting to know them and meet these people after listening to them when you're like a kid, for so many years, and you're friends with them, sharing this stage with them and exchanging words and singing. We have a song with Marley, like mind blowing,
I think what's really cool for us is that they treat us like, once we meet and we get to know them, they treat us like family. And I think that to us, that goes beyond just meeting like some of your idols, but when we reach out to them and they text back like, what up, family, like things like that, we're like,
but in a cool way.
But yeah, in a way cooler way, because that's what we do.
You definitely don't high pitched scream, right?
No way. Not in front of people. In fact, I'm trying to have a lower voice than normal while I'm talking here.
Mm-hmm. Well, and for you guys, it's not just reggae music. You guys seem to have a really eclectic taste, all of you. What are some of the other types of music that you guys are into? Maybe something people might be surprised to know that you listen to in your spare time.
Wow. I don't even want to.
I mean,
well, I mean, you went to one of my all-time favorites, the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a huge Foo Fighter fan.
Yeah.
Jerome
Big
is a
time.
huge 311 fan. You know, and then from there, it just goes all over the place.
I don't think there is a genre that or any style of music that we don't listen to because we're that big of a fan of music. You know, so like
yeah, exactly.
R&B, soul, to Latin, to country.
Latin. Yeah,
you know, like
we do listen to some. We love us some country.
To some EDM. Like we're just huge fans of music. And
Mata, what are your favorites?
Yeah.
Well, I'm currently listening to her. She's
good choice.
Nice.
Your fave, T Swizzle?
You can never go wrong with T Swizzle. That's Taylor Swift.
For those who don't know.
1989, top 5 still.
Well, and I mean, you guys have gotten to tour with artists like Justin Timberlake, Meghan Trainor, and you played with Bruno Mars as well. What has it been like for you guys to open up for those audiences? And was it a special experience to be able to travel to places like Australia and go to Hawaii and do these shows in front of these audiences?
So epic.
There's like no words, You're trying to find the words, and they're like, each artist, brought something and taught us different things. And I think for us, the things that we take away is what we try to apply to our shows. And then also as artists, how these, artists that we idolize, how they treated other people. Yeah. I think what gets lost in all of this is that, everyone's like, oh, they put out great music and this and that. But what a lot of people don't understand, some of these guys, they're some like the most down to earth people. Justin Timberlake, would eat his meals with everybody.
Show nights.
The crew, in catering, which we discovered catering, by the way, on the Justin Timberlake tour. We've been spoiled ever since. But yeah, I mean, he would sit there and eat with us and talk with us like it was nothing. And everybody used to say, like, dude, usually some of these artists, they have their own meals by themselves and they're this, they're kind of closed off. Meghan Trainor, what can we say? I mean, she was a big part of our career as far as like our Summer Anthems EP.
Yeah.
We wrote like 5 songs with her.
And that was prior to her being Meghan
before
Trainor,
she blew. I mean, she's super down to earth. I mean, you can't. I mean, she walks in and just takes over her whole aura is just amazing.
Yeah, she's such a sweet person.
Who else? Bruno Mars. That was just ridiculous because obviously that was in Hawaii.
It's my cousin. I'm just kidding.
It's our cousin. That was in Hawaii in front of our in front of like some of our hardcore fans, like the ones that helped put us on the map. And there's no words for that. That was like 30,000 people in the stadium singing the song. It was just
singing our song. That was
crazy.
Yeah, when you get to the point where you're in front of crowds and they're singing back your songs, do you get a moment to kind of absorb that, or are you so in the zone doing your thing that you don't get to enjoy that? Or how do you get to take that moment for yourselves? Because that's a big deal.
Oh, I think there's a moment that you can just soak that in, and it's just overwhelming.
I started trying to be in the moment because usually I'm trying to make sure I don't screw up. So I'm usually focused on that most of the time. But lately I've gotten good enough to where now I can actually be in the moment and kind of like take it all in. And it's definitely a different energy when you allow yourself to be in that moment that the fans are in and take in that energy that they're giving back. It's there's nothing like it.
Well, and for you guys, I mean, obviously we've been in, you haven't been able to experience that live. I haven't been able to go to shows. We've all been kind of stuck at home. Have you guys picked up any new hobbies, discovered new music, revisited some old favorites, beat any new levels in video games, or learned how to cook anything new since we've been kind of locked down the last few months?
Soon.
Oh yeah, we have.
Never thought we'd ever do that, but I don't know.
I started day trading.
Day trading. Yeah.
Losing a lot of money.
I did. I've tried a couple recipes on Instagram. So
How did those work out?
That you haven't seen them on Instagram, right? So,
We're
so they didn't work out.
The before and after. We're still at the before.
Yeah.
Just scrape that one right into the trash. I've burned
Right.
a few things myself. I understand.
Forget about that one.
Now, I think during this whole quarantine, the boys, we've been in the studio. We've kind of locked made ourselves come into the studio about from 10 in the morning or whatever, noon till about midnight, every day of the week, except for a couple of days on the weekends, to kind of go through a lot of some of the music that we've been sitting on, which, Happy Pill is the song that's coming out. That's one we had sitting on the shelf for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And so we started listening to everything like, man, this would be a great time to release a lot of the songs that, we never thought we'd be able to put it all together. And it's one of the blessings that this quarantine has,
Yes.
For us. That's how we like to look at all these things as opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, normally the life of a band, you're busy, you're planning your tours and all of those things. It must have been nice to kind of have that downtime. Well, you mentioned Happy Pill, single you guys have coming out on July 24th.
Yep.
What can you tell me about that song? I know I saw on your social media that you guys had been, fans had been kind of asking you, hey, can you release something? And a few bands have released things, just to kind of keep people occupied. And Happy Pill, I mean, I guess we could all use one of those right now.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And yeah, this song, just exactly what it says, like, yeah, don't you worry. The world is a dangerous place, but I'm gonna keep you safe. Anyone that
Well, we played it for Stephanie, our tour manager, and she started crying. So we figured this has got to be a song we release.
exactly,
Yeah.
and
So-
anyone I think that we have kids as well, so
Yeah, it's
When you
highly
think of
relatable
it-
right now.
Yeah.
it goes like, man, it's home,
Is that something that when you were working on it in the studio, you guys kind of knew, like, hey, this is something we want to do, we want to put out? Was this something that was written more recently?
No, that song was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 2 years ago. We knew it was a great song,
Mhm.
but 2 years ago things were great. So,
it wouldn't.
That's why we didn't release it. It was something that's like, dude, this is a good song. We just have to figure out when,
Yeah.
and what do we, release it with and things like that. But obviously when everything shut down and we started going through the catalog and we played this song and we're like, oh my gosh, we forgot about this one. We're like,
Mhm.
dude, it hit us all the same way when we listened to it
Totally.
again. In
It
the last
means
couple
something
months.
totally different now, so.
Yeah. And is that cool, the way things are now, that you guys are able to just release that yourselves? You don't have to wait, for it to go on an EP. You don't have to wait for it to go on a full album. Is it fun for you guys to be like, okay, we can just put this out right now. We're just going to put it out right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To kind of have that control is kind of nice, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And
we're super stoked to release it, along with some other ones that we have. Malta said we got a country one too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
we have
you guys,
a group of songs that
Yeah.
great songs coming out, so I hope you guys are ready for them.
are you going to release those kind of just a little at a time? Give us a little taste here, a little taste there throughout the summer?
New sessions.
Okay.
We're calling it unreleased sessions.
Stuff that
Okay.
the COVID. We're gonna call ourselves the COVID Kings.
Yeah,
now.
we're changing our name to the COVID
Yep,
Kings.
we're done.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is gonna be our debut album.
Every person's gonna be a hologram.
Hey, we heard it here first. I'm glad you guys are breaking that for us.
Yep, only through the Orange County Register.
Well, and your debut full-length album, Lost in Paradise, it came out in 2017. You guys ended up getting a Grammy nomination for that at the 60th Annual Grammy Awards, which of course you picked the Grammys that were in New York. You couldn't have
Right.
done it when it was here in LA for a million years. You had to pick the ones on the
And
East
then
Coast.
Hold on,
Oh,
there's more to that one.
Oh my god.
of all the Grammys.
Of all the
Yeah.
Grammys, one, we couldn't even attend because we had a show
In New Zealand.
In New
New
Zealand.
Zealand. We were in New Zealand.
We were literally looking for jets and private planes and people that had connections to see.
To fly us there,
It
then
would have
fly
been
us.
a 24-hour turnaround flight.
But
Just know we were down.
Yeah.
we sent some of our closest friends who, to this day, tell us that was the best time of their lives.
Oh.
They got to go as Common Kings.
I mean, red carpet,
They got they got pictures taken and everything.
If you go on Google and type in Common Kings, you'll see
For the
them in
Grammys.
front
Yeah,
of the
you'll
Grammys.
see
Maybe not
them.
us.
It's not us.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm glad that they had a good time. You know, just means we got to get there again so that we can take the pictures
Yeah.
ourselves.
Well, what was that phone call like when you guys got that phone call? And where were you when you got that call that said, "Hey guys, guess what? Your album is nominated for a real Grammy."
We were in, where's that place in Colorado? Grand Junction. Was it Grand Junction?
So just the butt of Colorado.
It was. I remember that it was
Somewhere in-
cold, and then I came running down into the hotel room with these guys, and we started jumping up. I mean, like, we made a lot of noise, and the hotel was haunted.
It was so early in the morning too. It was like 5:30.
Yeah,
6 o'clock in the morning.
I guess they get up early on the East Coast. Whatever.
Comes to the room and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, we got nominated." I was like, "Oh!" I
Yeah.
woke up out of a
Oh
dead
yeah,
sleep. I
Jared was
"What?"
like this. He goes, "What?" But we were, no, I mean, obviously we were all very excited
Yeah.
when we got the call. We woke up everybody and the ghosts that were in that hotel.
That's our first full-length album too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hotel was haunted. Did you guys see any ghosts while you were there?
No, but I'm pretty sure they were watching us though.
You scared them? They were scared of you.
I think they're like, you know what? Let's pass. Let's get the next group of people.
Yeah.
It was all COVID.
Well, I mean, just to get an honor like that and be included, and to be able to put Grammy nominated next to your name, does that help elevate you guys and encourage you guys to work at your craft harder and get out there and do more? Like, what does the Grammy nomination mean?
To get a Grammy award.
Yeah, it just means we didn't quite make it yet.
We're almost there. Yeah.
And we
Well,
still gotta keep going.
I feel like Michael Jordan with the Detroit Pistons.
So close,
Somebody's
you
missing
guys.
sports right now.
Yeah, seriously.
He's missing sports in a really bad way.
Oh my God.
He's grumpy. Some people get, they get grumpy when they don't eat. He gets grumpy when sports aren't on.
And food.
And so it's like
Really
double
bad time
jeopardy.
right now.
Are you watching like the series reruns and things like that? The archive?
Pick of classic ESPN.
Yeah.
30 for 30s. Netflix.
Can only watch
Can only
Yeah.
watch it for so long.
so long.
You can watch the soccer games. They put in the fake applause and the fake boos. Like, that's kind of fun.
The NBA should be interesting. This should be weird. It's all in a ball.
Well, hopefully we can bring back sports and concerts.
Yeah.
The two things that we love here in Southern California.
We do.
When you guys aren't making music, I know you guys are family guys. What are some of the things that you enjoy doing when you have downtime, when you're not focused on your craft?
Ooh.
Being with our families for sure.
Camping, road tripping.
Camping, road tripping, just outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah, like to ride a bikes. Just
Sleeping.
Beach and golf.
Sleeping in.
swimming, anything outdoors for sure.
Yeah.
Or some Fortnite. I don't know.
Or some Fortnite.
I was gonna say now's kind of been that time to dive back into video games, which I've done a little of that, but I've gone classic with a handheld, playing Burger Time, the classic arcade game with the little chef.
Oh yeah.
So I've been super into that. So are there games that you guys have kind of gone back to? I mean, I know that like my nephew's been doing Mario Kart, like classic Mario Kart. So
Yeah, like Street Fighter. Those are fun ones
Super
to get
Nintendo.
back into. Mortal Kombat.
I haven't got. It's like a bad memory.
I've
for me
been
from
I've been
college.
I've been basically watching my son play video games.
yeah.
Pretty much where I keep it at.
Jerome is our gamer. He's big time gamer. Call of Duty, all that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into that. I also play the Lego movie games. I'm basically a 7-year-old.
Love it.
Perfect.
You do have a English job.
Yeah, well, and for you guys, when the shutdown kind of happened, I mean, obviously, not being able to go to live events and play live shows has been, heartbreaking for a lot of people, their spirit and, their pocketbook. It's been really rough. What are some of the things that you guys, really miss the most about playing live or being in front of people?
That just
I
it.
think it's just the energy.
Yeah.
I think
and the interaction.
there's, I hated to say this before, or I never thought like about live music as like a healing thing as well. But, now that we haven't done it, and I just know that when I go to live music, just that feeling, like it's definitely a vibe that, they say music is a universal language, and it cuts through all the barriers and it affects your heart. I think live music is a healing experience. And I think that's what,
So it's
well, it
frequencies.
depends on all the medication you take while you're there. Could be healing in a lot of different ways. But I mean, overall, that I think there is that experience once you're in the moment that you just can't get anywhere else,
Yeah. And has having had this break, for a forced break, albeit, given you guys a new appreciation or perspective to what it is that you're actually able to do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, we've always said that our fans are, the biggest part of our, obviously, of our career, and just that energy that they give us and that we feel that we give them. That's definitely, we've definitely noticed that as the big missing part, during this time.
Yeah. And for you, I mean, coming up, you guys met in college here in Orange County, coming up and playing shows. What have been some of your favorite places to play? Well, not necessarily just Orange County, out in Riverside or up in LA. What have been some of like your most memorable show moments?
Wait, you said in Orange County?
In Orange County?
Right.
Well, we started out in Mai Tai. Remember the Mai Tai bar in Long Beach?
No, that's not
No,
Long Beach,
that was
bro.
before
It's
that.
not OC, bro.
It could be wherever in Southern California.
Michael's, right there by the airport.
Yeah.
Off campus and Irvine Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where else? There's a spot in Santa Ana that we played at. Other than the fair,
Yeah.
we played on every stage at the fair coming
Probably
up.
the Hangar was our favorite though.
The Hangar was like when we felt like we made it because it was oversold and then there was like thousands of people outside.
Yeah, that was epic.
That was super epic.
Usually we'll see an ABBA cover band, but we were on there.
Yeah.
We just took it over. It was fun.
What other places?
The Observatory, House of Blues.
All the small ones are like this. I mean, yeah, the House of Blues, the old one and the new one.
Before we were anything.
Now, every time you play one of those and you elevate a little bit, do you get that like, oh, I made it? Oh, I made it. Oh, I made it again. Do you get those like cool feelings when you finally get to play these places? That you're looking at, you've seen all those big artists play. You saw Modest Yahoo play at Pacific Amphitheater on that stage, or House of Blues, or So is it cool when you guys get to finally get that to that level to grace those stages?
Sure, it's so cool. It's definitely a big milestone.
A big
for us.
motivation. Motivation
Big
tool?
motivation.
Stupid. It definitely makes us want to work that much harder to get to the. It's like a video game. You get addicted. Once you pass a certain level, you want to keep going, and
Just want to keep leveling up.
I mean, once you get out of Hoagie Bar Michaels,
Right.
That's like Mario hitting the little mushroom. Yeah. Well, and for you guys, I mean, what influences some of your music? How do you guys, when you hunker down into the studio, what is sort of your process and what kind of gets you guys going and writing and how do you guys kind of put that together?
Oh man,
we can find inspiration anywhere, what's going on, in society, what's going on with our personal lives. A lot has to do with our fans too. You know, we'll see what we have, what we released, and you know, our fans have coined us as feel good music. So everything that we write or put out there, we have that intent to make people feel good. You know, put a smile on their face or whatever they're going through. So we like that they coined us feel good music. But yeah, it could be anything. You know, Happy Pill, you know, a couple of years ago, that was a big one. We loved the record, didn't know when we were going to release it, but this time was right now. It's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Sense.
And is it fun being that band that, you know, people are turning to when they want to feel good? You know, people are asking you for music right now because they feel terrible and they want to feel good.
You know, we've been with the family a lot, so we'll be at the cousins or uncles and aunties, and you know, at 4th of July or Father's Day, and they'll always be playing Common Kings. We're like, oh my god, it was like, what? We love it. It makes me feel good. Like, okay, I get it. But yeah, I know at the same time it does make you feel good. You know.
Yeah, it
makes you appreciate it.
It's crazy to think that we're that band. You know, obviously we don't take ourselves very seriously. So a lot of these accolades, when they do come, you know, we accept them, but we're kind of like, there's this thing between us, like, man, it's hard to like be like, yep, that's right, we did that. You know, we don't have that attitude. We're more like, oh my gosh, we did that. That's crazy, you know. So it's hard to think that our music is the music like when we were younger and we were listening to music like during certain, you know, times in our lives, whatever, we're going through some tough periods or whatever. There are certain music that we all, you know, listen to over and over.
Still, yeah.
And it's crazy to think that our music is that to somebody right now.
Yeah.
You know,
who is your feel good music? Who do you turn to when you want to feel good? Who do you throw on when you're like, man, I feel like crap, I just want to feel good?
Right now it's been, for me, it's been Stevie Wonder. Oh, so long for this night, I pray that a star would guide you my way, right?
Well, and you know, earlier we were talking about the Rhinestone Cowboy, so clearly.
Or that one.
There's
some commercials that have really good jingles that we like to sing to.
Whatever makes you happy, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, you guys said you had some stuff coming out. Is there anything else that you guys have going on that we can let people know about that you're working on or have coming out? I mean, aside from these drive-in shows coming up this weekend at City National Grove, what else do you guys have going on?
Well, we've got like 8 songs that are about to be released.
Yeah, mixed and mastered.
We've got a live album. That's what we're in here.
Yep, we're at the
setting
studio,
up,
getting ready for.
And
a lot of new merch.
New merchandise, of course. Again, you know.
And then we have a second album that we're also working on.
Awesome.
So
a lot of new music.
We've got a lot of time on our hands.
A lot of content. Videos.
I'm learning Photoshop. I'm learning like video editing skill. We're gonna do it all.
We're gonna do cooking videos. We're gonna do
how-to videos.
All of them. All the videos are coming out.
Yeah. Have you guys been watching live concerts at all? Like the people's virtual concerts at home? Have you guys tuned in any of those? Just to like get a taste?
You know, we did. There was a couple that we did. I mean, it was, I think the Dirty Heads, they had a couple of shows that they had. And then, I mean, we've watched them on our, you know, on Instagram usually on Instagram Live and Facebook. And we've done a couple. We did one for Brazil. We did one for New Zealand, you know, and we're still, you know, obviously things got locked down again. So we're probably going to do one for ourselves.
Yeah. That's why I'm so glad these drive-in shows are happening, because they do give us a little something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Do you think you could play a little something for us?
Let's play something.
No, we don't play music.
Sing us some Stevie Wonder more, or what do you guys want to do?
requests. Just kidding. Let's do yeah. It's a new day and a new way. Don't let the past control the path that's here today. No more problems, need more solution. Take your guidance, let the righteous lead the way. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I was lost but now I'm found. Oh, cause every king deserves a crown. Oh, no they're not gonna bring us down, down, down. When it feels like all you had was yesterday. Don't you worry about a thing. My God, believe me, trust me when I say, yeah, today's a new day, and you don't get crowned away. Today's a new day, yeah. Feeling it's a new day, new dawn, new rising sunshine. They've been trying to find me, I was stuck out on that island. But I started smoking still with my people and the shaman. Walking on the clouds, looking for the silver lining. I just want to fast forward, yesterday was rotten. Today's gonna be all mine, the mother vibes forgotten. We gonna keep on rocking, cause ain't no other option. And we're wrong with kings and queens. Better days are quite coming. It feels like all you had was yesterday. Don't you worry about a thing. Might not believe me, trust me when I say, today's a new day, all your broken crowns away. Today's a new day, new day, new day. I was lost but now I'm found, cause every king deserves a crown. No, they're not gonna bring us down. No way. Today's a new day, a new day, a new day. Yeah. Today's a new day, so throw your broken crowns away. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that, guys. Can I be really greedy and ask for one more?
Of course.
Can we get another one?
Of course, Kelly.
Can we hear one more, guys?
Yeah. Sponsored by Billabong. Surfer girl, type of girl I like to feel upon. You know what? Really wanna rock a boat like a hurricane in a perfect storm. Love. Ask her where she on her way to. Said a highly Eva. Say she loved the North Shore, bikini top, black skirts and then board shorts. But allow, can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water till I catch away? Oh. Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water till I catch away? Yeah, like the sun, I can feel I'm warm. Heat wave through my winter months. So type of love never expire. Burn slow like a bonfire. Yeah. Ask her where she on her way to. She said, la, yeah. Say she loved the North Shore, bikini top, black scots and them board shorts. But aloud. Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water till I get away? Oh yeah. Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water? Can I wait in your water till I get away? Yeah, yeah. When the sun fades and I float away, I will stay the night just to catch Can I wait in your, can I wait in your, can I wait in your hotel till I catch a wave? Yeah. Tree.
Thank you. Yay. I know it's weird, no pause. Or car horn honk you'll hear on Friday and Saturday. Well, we have some questions from some people that have joined us on the Zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and fire some of those at you. This one is from Jesse Leal Nagana. First, they want to know if they can join you next time you're nominated for a Grammy, I guess, or they can be your stand-in on the red carpet again if you're unavailable, I guess.
The whole family.
Yep, we'll let you know if we get nominated and we have to be in a different part of the world.
It'll be our first bet.
Seats.
Well,
Maybe
and
just auction those.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You can win those tickets for us.
there you go. Jesse also wanted to know that you've played with so many legends like the Wailers and obviously Modest Yahoo and things like that. Who would be the next dream person or group that you would love to tour with or go open for? Who would you like to play with?
Oh man,
On tour.
let's go Bruno, Chronix.
Yeah, big ones. I want to go on a tour with Protege.
Protege.
Protege,
I want to go with Steel Pulse. They've always
Steel
been my
Pulse.
favorite.
Oh, man.
They've always been my favorite reggae band growing up.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
I know the genre's a little
So
different, but
crazy.
come on, we can make it work.
Dave makes great barbecue.
Yeah.
Right. 311, Snoop Dogg, and Common Kings.
Oh yeah,
There you
there you
go.
go. That's a lineup.
Yeah.
That's a bill.
I'm
That's
putting
a
it
bill
out
right
there.
We're just gonna
We've done
keep
it
naming the
before.
names, right? Cypress Hill.
Just
like-
put it out there. Put it out there, guys. Who do you want to go? We'll let them know.
Put it out in the world.
Let's go. Anybody that wants to take us on tour.
Perfect. Well,
Tour.
This one is from Robert Berger, and he is a diehard fan. And he said that people can see you live once and become an instant and diehard fan. How do you explain that insane connection that happens between you and your fans at the shows?
Who's that? What was the
Robert Berger.
Oh, that's Rob
Oh,
from
what's up,
Colorado.
How you doing, man?
What up, Rob? Rob and Keena.
Nice.
What was
How
the
I knew
question
that?
again? Sorry,
Sorry.
we got lost.
Well, that he's just saying it takes only once for someone to come see you live and become an instant diehard fan, and he's wondering if you can kind of explain that insane connection between artist and fan.
Oh man. Gosh, I guess you have to be there.
That's the only way, Rick.
Rob, we've met Rob a few times, and he's one of our biggest fans, and he's always said that you got to see him. All you need is just one time, and
We really pride ourselves on our live show. So
yeah, I mean, for us, I think it's just we have to go to some of the artists that we've seen live, and we're like, holy crap, we're instant fans, whereas maybe before we weren't, and so. I don't really know how to answer that question other than, we try to connect with our fans in as many ways as possible, so maybe that's the reason, so we seem like, we're the guys you guys grew up with,
Right?
Hung out and played ball and barbecued with. So.
Right. We're pretty easygoing, but when we go on stage, we're different people, and we're like we go hard, and I think people. They get that and they feel that from us, and
yeah.
And we have another one here too from Gina Tucker. Wants to know what you guys did for a living before being in Common Kings.
Well,
Mata was a male.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like to really mention it, but
Mata was a pole dancer.
let's just say
We'll just go ahead and put it out there.
I used
Those moves, we knew it. We already knew.
make 6 figures on the weekend.
All cash.
All cash. Karen on Mondays at Bank of America hated me.
No, we were all in corporate America for the most part.
Yeah.
As you can hear, by the way, Ivan speaks. He was he can do your taxes. He can do escrow, real estate, notaries.
Yeah, exactly.
You name it.
Your fund, your loan.
He has a John Deere tattoo in the back. It might as well be a bullseye.
Nice. Well, we've got one from let's see.
Before we go, you mentioned one of the artists that we want to go on tour with. We're actually going on tour with one of the artists we've always wanted to go on tour with is Slightly Stupid.
Yeah.
That's next summer.
I forgot because it got canceled.
We were supposed to be doing that right now. And we just
All
want
right.
to to our boys. Thank you for taking us.
Yep.
So that's well, when we get to next summer, but that'll be our another check off the list.
Yes.
So
Cool. Well, and we've got a few more here. We've got one from Jessica Johnson, who's wondering what if you guys have any reaction to the Black Lives Matter protests and events, and she wanted to know if you guys have ever yourselves experienced any sort of discrimination.
Oh, absolutely. We've we actually went. We were honored to be a part of the Juneteenth celebration
in LA and Ben
with our brother Kevin through our brother and
district
music director Gabe District. He's an artist. And all of us have been affected in different ways, and we support all of our family that have been affected. So we're definitely like supporters and wanting to bring light to a lot of the injustices that happen and in that. So we're trying to use our platform for that. We've done a couple of interviews that I still have to finish editing because I'm doing video editing now. Right. And I mean, as far as like how it's affected, I mean, when I was younger, like very young, before I moved to this country, we had experiences with that, in a completely different country, and so that experience is different from my experience here. Obviously, here, I was just telling District this, when I first came here, I thought the Goodwill store was like the Mall of America. When I first moved here, not texting. We didn't have phones back then. So I was ringing up my cousins back in the islands, telling them like, hey, they've got Nikes over here. It was like the greatest thing ever. So my experience here as an immigrant is a lot different from the experiences that I had, in different countries. Like we lived in Papua New Guinea, and it was pretty bad. Some of the overt racial overtones and things of that nature, and genocide is pretty bad over there. Here, my experience has been different, but that doesn't negate any of the injustices that have been going on for sure.
Yeah. And also from Jessica Johnson, she wanted to know, are any of your kids musical? Do any of your kids kind of pick up on what you're doing and follow in your footsteps a little bit?
Oh man, yes. My two kids are definitely talented, and I'm so excited for what they're gonna do. I'm not forcing it on them, but they're definitely loving it and coming into their own love for music. My daughter Mylia, she sings and plays guitar and piano, and she's played the flute, and we name our son Music, and I thought, it was creative, but he actually loves it. He loves it and has a great ear. And so, hopefully they grow right into it.
Yeah. And there's a question here from Jen Zambrano. Wants to know, what is one place that you would love to perform but haven't yet?
Santorini.
That means like anywhere.
Santorini, Greece, yeah.
I mean, right now, wouldn't it be anywhere?
Yeah, I think our next one on our list is
South America
and Brazil. And
yeah. That's a perk of being in a band, is that you get to spend some time in some cool places.
Right.
Yes, this is true.
Well, don't let
Semi-true.
that. It's
Semi-true.
very misleading. 'Cause you go from the airport to the hotel to the show, then to the hotel, then back to the airport. So it's cool for like pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get to get out and go and
Yeah, we
experience.
just gotta set it up right, but
Yeah,
right now it's just for the gram.
just for the gram. For the gram.
Now we have a question from Rob B about these shows that are coming up on Friday and Saturday at the Grove. He wants to know who have you guys announced an opener? Is there going to be an opener for you guys, or just Common Kings?
Our sister Analea Brown,
Yes.
she's gonna be joining us. So
She's from Utah.
yep,
Great singer songwriter.
Extremely talented.
Beautiful voice. And
she has an amazing show. So
yeah.
everybody come early.
Awesome.
Be ready.
Yeah, and you know, we have a couple questions about tickets for the show, and I can go ahead and take that one. You know, just so everyone knows that's watching the Zoom, City National Grove Anaheim has given us tickets. You know, good for one vehicle with up to 4 people, 4 fans inside for the drive-in show with Common Kings at City National Grove of Anaheim. That's Friday, July 17th, and we will send that winner an email. And when you buy tickets for the show, there are still tickets available to both shows. And you can spend time with these guys, again, 7 p.m. Friday, July 17th and Saturday, July 18th. Tickets are available at axs.com. And the information about the drive-in experience can all be found at driveinoc.com. And just so that you guys know, the ticket price, that's actually good per vehicle. It's not per person. So at first looking at it might seem a little steep, but you can have up to 6 people in your vehicle. So as many like seatbelts as you have, that's how many people you can have in your vehicle. And you can pull up into your spot and you can actually get out and to the side of your car and set up some chairs, set up some tables. Everything's kind of done via app. People will bring you food, they'll bring you merch. So that price, though it seems steep, it's actually per vehicle. So you can have up to 6 people in there. So 6 of your family, 6 of your friends that you've been kind of quarantining with, you can kind of hang out together and enjoy the show. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and joining us live on Zoom today. And
Rome.
yeah.
Made
Oh,
it.
hey, Rome. And, you know, thank you so much to you guys, Common Kings, for agreeing to put up with me for this hour. And we're going to see you guys at City National Grove Anaheim this weekend.
Awesome.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
Can't wait to see everybody.
Thank you guys again for having us. We'll see you this weekend.
Thank you, guys.